have all these vegetables here from the garden. I'm going to be washing them all up, getting them all chopped up, and I'm going to make some type of Chow Chow relish of some kind or something from them. This is actually celery. It's just really super small because I am not very good at growing celery. But yeah, on this corn is a multicolored kind of corn. I'm going to try to use this. It's not very sweet, but I actually kind of like it, and I think pickled is going to be good. But we'll see. I'm going to cook this for a long while first, just to make it better than it is, and more like a sweet corn. But we'll see. Okay, I cooked it for about 10 minutes or so, boiled it. Then I drained the water out, and I'm going to do it again. You can see it's about halfway there. That's how I like it anyway. Because I don't want it to be too much like a grain. I want it to be more of a vegetable since I'm pickling this. Look how pretty. So we'll see how this turns out here. I'll be back by about 20 or so minutes, because I'm going to boil it a second time for about 20 minutes, so maybe about 25, 30 minutes by the time this starts going. So I boiled this probably about 40 minutes or so. See? It's soft enough to where I'm going to be able to pickle with it. It tastes pretty good. It's not like sweet corn, but it still tastes like corn. I like it. As you can see, it is done. It is pretty much the texture of sweet corn. It doesn't taste like sweet corn. It's not nearly as sweet as sweet corn, but it's good. I like it. So I'm gonna add this with the greens and the celery, and the carrots, and all the peppers and green tomatoes, the really long beans here, and all the squash and some onions. Not the fermenting seeds over there that I'm collecting, but the rest of all this stuff. And we'll make, I guess, like a type of relish. It'll be all pickled. Okay, here it all is, all mixed together. I mixed in a bunch of kosher salt or canning salt. That way it doesn't cloud when I can it. But I'm going to let this sit in some salt and just let it sit overnight in my refrigerator. And then all this water will come out of it, and it will kind of reduce down just a little bit. I'll show you what it's like then tomorrow morning, I guess. Next day, after it sat overnight in the fridge, and you can see all the liquid that's come off of it. So I'm going to drain that here and then put it back in here and show you what it's like. But yeah, I'm going to have to drain all this liquid off. See here, there's a lot of liquid. I made a lot of chow chow. But yeah, I'm just going to keep draining it off, until I get all this liquid out of it. All drained. Put back in here so there's no excess liquid in there. And now I'm going to make a brine for it and show you how I do that. So we're going to just cover this and set this aside until we get the brine ready. Okay, I'm going to season mine with sugar, fennel seeds, some mustard seeds, bay leaves, ground red pepper, and then turmeric. But we'll add this at the end so it doesn't, I don't like to heat this up till the end because I think it makes it less bitter. Maybe I read that somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, it doesn't hurt to do it that way. So I'm going to probably do maybe 10 cups of vinegar, 6 cups of vinegar, maybe 2 or 3 cups of sugar. I'm just going to have it to how I taste. That's just how it is. But the main ingredient, is going to be vinegar. Huge amount of chow chow that I'm making. I'm actually probably going to use 14 cups of vinegar, so I'm going to probably put about half as much sugar in there, so at least 7 cups of sugar, and see what that tastes like. I only did 4 cups of sugar, and it actually tastes pretty sweet to me, so I think I'm going to keep it at 4 cups of sugar for me, to like 14 cups of vinegar. And I'm going to throw in the spices. I'm just going to throw the spices right in here, simmer it for about a half an hour or so, turn it off. Then I'm going to scoop out some of the spices. Then I'll pour this in here and then heat it up. Add the turmeric and things and let this go for about 20 minutes. And then I'll start canning it after that, because after that it'll be ready to go. Ready to go. I have a couple bay leaves, some fennel seeds, and some mustard seeds in here. And simmer this down, and then when it's finished, I'll add the turmeric and so I like mine a little spicy, so I'm gonna add some red chilies to this. Probably just red chili powder, since I don't have any red chili flakes, I don't think. If I do, I'll add those. In fact, if I do have those, I might add those now. Let me go see. Some dried cayenne and some other dried peppers that I had in here, and some seeds, and threw that in here, and then that'll make that a little spicy for me. I like it like that. This is pretty good. It's cooled off a bit that I can handle it here, and I'm gonna add it to this. I added some red chili powder to this, and then I'm gonna pour this in here and stir it up, and then I'm gonna heat this big thing up here before I put it in my jars. Brine all in here. It's heating up. Once I get this to about a simmer, then I will simmer it for about 20 minutes. I'm going to add the turmeric too. I'm going to add all of this just because I really like the color and the flavor. So let me show you what that looks like. The turmeric, and you can see it's more of a mustardy yellow color that a lot of relishes have, that yellow-green. So I'm going to let this simmer for about, like I said, about 20 minutes. Then I can start putting it in jars. I'll show you what it's like when it's finished. It's now starting to simmer, and I'm going to stir it around here. You can see the color. It's been like 20 minutes. As you can see, it's finished. Trying to get it steamy. It's Chow Chow. Or at least my version of it for now. I'm going to actually can this. I'm not going to show it because I already have videos showing how to can. I suppose I'll make a video showing how much I actually got from all that. Just so you know how many vegetables and what it really made. And yeah, I reuse jars, and I'm using one-piece lids. It says 2020. Certain things are going on that just make it impossible to find anything to can with. But look, Chow Chow.